Hi everyone, and welcome to the Angel Pep Talk. Today's topic is liberation from your parents' negative voices. And my name is Laura with Intuitive Dreams. This topic comes up a lot when I'm working with clients, and I'll tell you about 90% of the sessions are about how do I heal what happened to me when I was a kid, or what my parents programmed into me. And the simple answer is to not believe it anymore, to look for something different. Just by you acknowledging that, okay, my childhood wasn't the best and my parents were like this, you need to change out the programming and switch it for something different. A lot of times, you can think of it like a habit. And there's these persistent habits, these persistent thoughts that come every day. Maybe there was a parent that always pushed you to succeed and made you feel like you were never enough. So then throughout your whole childhood, that can go two ways. It could push you on and drive you so you're overachieving and perfectionistic, or it can go in the opposite direction and the person doesn't achieve anything. Remember, every day is a choice. And by not making a decision, that is a choice as well. What I usually tell people to do is immerse themselves in positivity, and seeking counseling is also good too when you're trying to deprogram things from your childhood and for things that are very traumatic. A good thing is when you go to bed at night, you can, I always put on Louise Hay, our motivational stuff that helps me to heal from childhood wounds, inner child things, and I'll just put in earbuds or something and fall asleep to it. That is very helpful. Also, making a list of the beliefs that you were told as a child. Is that true? I'll give you an example from me when I was a kid. They always called me the weirdo. I was always the one that stood out. And of course, I was the middle child. And sometimes when you're a middle child, you're ignored. And then other times, it's like sometimes you're put into roles of responsibility because the oldest child does not step up and do what they used to do. And that puts you in the role of the oldest child. There's different things that can happen. There's many different dynamics. But for you, write down those beliefs. See, okay, what was I told when I was a kid? And for me, it would be you're a weirdo, or, things like that. And I always felt like I was living in someone's shadow. And what I ended up doing is totally rebelling. And as I got into my teens and everything, what social groups did I go to? I went to the alternative rock people and the punk people, and so I have many photos of myself as a child. My head, like preteen up to high school, where my head was shaved on one side. I wore the trench coats, listened to all the alternative music. It was my way of sticking out and rebelling and being, hey, notice me, and I didn't realize it at the time. It was a way for me to get attention. On the flip side of that, only my peers thought I was cool, and everybody else, I got made fun of, I got picked on, and things like that because of the way I looked. It didn't quite work out, I always kept my look, though, and I see it as something that it became something to rebel and turned into personal expression. And I was like, how can I use this to empower myself and not, listen to what other people may say or the criticisms and their judgments. So every day I worked on that. Once I got in my 20s, I was like, you know what? I like the way I look. I like the way I dress. I'm going to continue. And so being an artist as well helps with that, because then you're surrounded by all these other creative people that they see the world differently. And that's what's so great about the spiritual world too. If you're into different types of spirituality, you can see that you can take a little bit from everything and still enjoy your life. Now I'm going to give you, this is a book that I've been sharing in my training and classes group. It's called Thriving as an Empath. And I've been, talking to people about what's in here every day. And I'm going to give you, she has a really good topic on this. Liberation from your parents' negative voices. A child's brain is still growing and is so impressionable. Many children get brainwashed by their parents' beliefs and critical voices. What you learn early on can stick with you forever, unless as an adult you do the healing work to discard beliefs that are not your own. Deprogram those voices so you can be free. Today, journal about the negative messages your parents transmitted and how you took them in. Write down the top 5 beliefs or voices that you'd like to deprogram, such as, I'm sickly. Children should be seen and not heard. I'm a disappointment. Or I must criticize my partner and my kids or they will never improve. Then take a big breath. These powerful messages can cause suffering. Don't reinforce them. They are not reality. Instead, tell yourself, I will always gravitate to where the love is. I will not let my parents' shaming criticisms take up psychic space in my head. To counter the old scripts, write new affirmations in your journal, such as, I am intelligent, caring, and strong. And my life is important. Overriding hurtful beliefs with loving thoughts will help deprogram early brainwashing. As I was reading this, though, I could clearly see, I seen parts of my life where I was reliving what my parents did or behaving in a way that they used to. And all you can do is be patient with yourself. Stop, regroup, and say, you know what? Something is important here. I need to stop and work through this. I need to understand what is the root cause of this. Why did I say this to my child when my parents said that to me as a child and it devastated me? Why would I repeat that? Sometimes it's just, it's like all this stuff, it's like a broken record. So these are good things to look at and work on a daily basis. Now this is for setting your intention. I am not my mother. I am not my father. I will choose positive beliefs over any negative ones they transmitted to me. Now I'm going to go ahead and stop here. You guys have a good day, and I'll see you next week.